Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, A Little Geek, A Little Chic. Today we are going to talk about the books that I acquired in the month of September. Had to think what month it was. This year is just flying by, even with all the crazy. So that's okay. This month I got some really great books. I got them from a bunch of little free libraries, and some were gifted to me that my in-laws picked up, and I will go through those for you right now. So grab yourself your beverage of choice and let's talk books. These will be in no particular order, and yeah, I don't know a lot about much of these. Some of them are very popular, and mostly all are backlist titles. I think they're all backlist titles, none are new, and I'm very excited to delve into them and let you know what I picked up. So from the little free library in my husband's hometown, he went away for a week to go hunting, and he grabbed me Dennis Lehane's Shutter Island. This is a thriller horror book that became a hugely popular movie theatrical release. Have not seen the movie, or I might have a long time ago. It's a backlist title. I think it was from, I don't even know what year this one's from. This copyright is from 2013, but it was originally published in 1999, it appears. So I'm going to give this guy a read and see what I think. It's spooky season. I'm down for a thriller. I hope you are too. Next on the books list that I picked up was from a little free library in my city, and that is Looking for Alaska by John Green. I have read quite a few John Green books. I have not read Looking for Alaska, and I've not read Paper Towns. The Fault in Our Stars, of course, has like cult following. It's just an amazing story. Fantastic movie. Turtles All the Way Down. What a fantastic representation of mental illness and characters who suffer with different types of mental illness. And it was just a really good book. So on that note, I saw this and thought, you know what? I should give this guy a read and see if I like it. Don't know too much about that one, but that's okay. I think it involves two young adults who are on some kind of an experience to find themselves, potentially. Or that might be Paper Towns, which is the other one I haven't read. I think that one involves a road trip, Paper Towns. But let me know if you've read it in the comments down below which one Paper Towns is. The next one I got is a novel by Lisa Jewell, and it's called The Truth About Melody Brown. Know nothing about this book. I know Lisa Jewell. I have some of hers over here in my thriller section. She writes a lot of thriller novels, so I didn't want to know too much about this novel before reading it, because if it's thrillery, I don't want to spoil it for myself. So picked that one up because I do love this author, and I thought this would be a good read. I got one of my favorite books from school. So in, was it junior high or high school, we had to read this book as a signed reading. It is a classic piece of literature that is amazing. If you have not read it, pick this one up, and it's called The Stone Angel, and of course it's by Margaret Lawrence. Need to say nothing else. It is a literary masterpiece. Amazing condition. So excited to read it. It's about an older lady, I believe, who's kind of at the end, and she's recounting some of her life and her stories and what she's going through, and I'm excited to give that one a reread. I just remember really loving it in school. Next up on my list, I got I'm not even sure which book this is, the fourth book in the Inheritance cycle. I got this one from Kim over at Bookshelfbunny. I got this one from her little free library on a day that I had to go out to her city, town, county area right outside of my city. We live really close together for a vet appointment for my dog. Unfortunately, she's okay. She had some dog UTI issues. We had to take her to a vet on a Saturday, which was hard to find. But whilst I was in her area, I had two books to donate, so I went by her new little free library and picked up this one. I have the first 2 books, and now I have the 4th book, so I just need the 3rd book, and then I will start reading the series. I may start reading it anyway, because apparently it's a really good YA fantasy world, and I'm excited to delve in. This is a beefy one, but nice and floppy, so it should be great for my reading pleasure. The next book I got is another kind of has a cult following. It was also made into a motion picture. I have not read, and don't know very much about it, besides it discusses like women's oppression, I think, and some other items, and that is Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, and that's by John Burnett. And I'm excited to see what this is all about. All I know is it's like class as nonfiction / literature, so I don't know if that means, I think that means more like of a historical fiction, like some stuff might be tweaked a little bit to fit the story. So I'm excited to read this and see what this one's about, and let you guys know if I like it. Next one is a book that is only a couple of years old. I know I wanted to read it when it came out, but I never got around to actually picking it up. And I saw it at the little free library, and I thought I would give it a chance, and that is One Day in December. So what I know about this one is it's kind of like a contemporary romancy kind of a story where the one lady is waiting at a bus stop, bus pulls up, and she sees a gentleman in the window of the bus stop who she falls in love with, like, you know, love at first sight, but the bus drives away. And so that is how it starts. Cue the meet up later on where she's at her friend's holiday party and her friend introduces her to her new boyfriend, aka said man in the bus window, and what happens from there. This is by Josie Silver. It is mixed reviews on BookTube. Some people love this book. Some people did not like this book. I know there might be a premise of cheating in there, so if that is something you don't like, it might not be for you. But I'm excited to see where I fall on the like, don't like spectrum for that book. This one here, J-Pod. This one I actually have wanted to read a few times, and I've never actually picked it up. Saw it in a little free library and thought, why not? I believe it's about a bunch of people who work in like corporate America at like a tech company or an app startup kind of company, and what they go through there. It sounded intriguing, so I picked it up to test it out. It's kind of like the little free library's claim to fame for me is if I'm interested in it, I'll test it out. This one I got for October, and of course I did. It's called 13 Tales of Horror by 13 Masters of Horror, and it is well loved, obviously, but it has stories from R.L. Stine, Carolyn B. Cooney, Christopher Pike, D.E. Atkins, A. Bates. So I'm very excited, especially the first 3 on there. R.L. Stine, Carolyn B. Cooney, and Christopher Pike. Nostalgia, cue the horns and the lights. They're going off right now. Love these writers from my youth. Goosebumps, you know, all those kind of things. Fear Street. Christopher Pike had similar writing. And so I'm going to test this out and see how I like it. Hopefully it's a good read for October. I can read, you know, like a story here and there. Read one story, do some other reading, read another story. And I'm excited to test this one out and see if it hits all the nostalgia vibes for me for the spooky October reads. Spoiler alert for the TBR. That guy's going to be in there. The next book I picked up, because it was in a little free library, it's in great condition, and Kim from Bookshelfbunny says this is her favorite book ever that she read in school. I never read it, but I am excited to see where I fall on the spectrum, because I'm always looking to read people's nostalgic favorites from their childhood, and this sounds like an interesting one of a young boy lost in the woods trying to survive with nothing but his hatchet, and what kind of stuff he goes through while he's out there. It is written by Gary Paulson, and see if Kim and I agree on if that's a good book or not. And the second last book that I got from the little free library is Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief. Book number 1 in the series. I have not read ever a Percy Jackson book, and this will be my first. It's Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Book 1, The Lightning Thief. I'm going to test this out, see if I like his writing style. If so, I may dabble in some more of these, because I do like the premise of Greek mythology. I've just never been able to bridge the gap of, like, I've read some of the Iliad. That's hard. That is a hard start. People don't start there. hoping that this kind of like piques my interest and gets me a little more into the Greek mythology mindset, and maybe just like helps me become more aware of the characters in Greek mythology and what their premises are, so I can maybe dabble in some other items. And the last one I got from the Little Free Library is Kate Atkinson's Transcription. Know nothing about this one. Kate Atkinson wrote another one this past year or year and a half ago that I thought was interesting. I didn't get that one either, but I've always found these books intriguing and decided to test this one out and see if I like her writing style, and maybe then I can dabble in some of the other ones that have come out. They're novels, but they sometimes have some kind of like modern dystopia-esque vibe about them. I'm not sure what this one does or not, but maybe, so we'll see. And lastly is a set of books that my in-laws got for me, and they saw it, and I believe she either got them from a yard sale or someone gave them to her to see if I would like to read them, and or gave them to her to see if she knew anybody who would want them, and she instantly thought of me, and I seriously appreciate that. And that is the first 3 books, Cassandra Clare and her City of Bones set here. I have read the first book. Book number 1 I have read. I liked it a lot, but did not have any of the other books yet. So I got rid of the paperback that I owned. So now with these 3, I can start and I can continue on to the next 2 and see if I want to continue on to the rest of the series. I think this one might be like a 7 or 8 book series. And then it actually goes into another whole spectrum of a different realm of characters, kind of cross mingled with this realm of characters. I'm not sure, but it's another like 13 book series. So if I start getting really invested, I will continue. But I'm going to start reading these and see where I fall, because that is a large undertaking, you guys. I have a lot of books to read. I don't know if I want to give myself to 13 or 20 books from a same author, but who knows? Maybe I will love them and I will need to just binge read all of them right now. On that note, that is it for the books that I acquired in the month of September. What did you get in the month of September? Did you get any new releases that you're really excited for? Did you pick up the new release by TJ Klune, the author of The House in the Cerulean Sea? I know he had a new one coming out that I am very excited about. If you picked that up and read it, let me know in the comments down below if you loved it and if I should go out and get it, because I'm very excited for it. And outside of that, I hope you guys are having a fantastic fall, and I hope you got a lot of cool spooky books on your October TBR. I appreciate all of your likes and your subscribes. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you soon with another video.